A hand is another form of divination, although the randomness seems less evident because we're working there with expression. But expression is another form. We can say this, that here is the world. The world, life, me, in the form of a hand. This is the world. I see the world in the palm of my hand. What are the various parts of the world? Here we're going to say, well, then we're allowed to cut up the world any way we want. So we say maybe we cut the world into past, we cut the world into future, we cut the world into the public, into relationships, artistic expression, healing ability, all these different areas of the world. And then what are the actors? The actors then become particular lines, particular wrinkles that develop, that come and go. And the diviner looks at the hand and says, in this area you have a particular quality of line, or over in this area you have a particular quality of line. And it's not so much a chance thing. It's not the movement of the clocks. What we have in this case, you might say, is personal expression. It would be kind of akin to imagining yourself as a tree that's unfolding. And as you unfold, you express wrinkles in your hand. As you unfold, let's say another divination system would be to have you make marks on paper. And there your unfolding is expressed in terms of a behavior. The way that you make those marks on behavior is partly a function of your physiology, a function of the chance moment, the function of how you're feeling at that time, in the same way that your lines are. There's a number of ways of propelling the actors or creating the script that the actors are following out on the particular stage. Okay, now we'll introduce a third dimension to divination. And the third dimension has to do with the condition of the actors. We have parts of the house. We have the houses of the zodiac. Say in tarot, we divide it, we say, in tarot we might say, this is the world. This is now. This is, the world is divided into now, your ideals, your assumptions, your future, and your past. So this is how we're going to look at the world. There's 5 places in it. And who are the actors? The actors are the cards. So we shuffle up the deck, we think about our now, and all of a sudden particular cards are assigned to the particular positions. Right here. So we've got orange in the underlying assumptions. We've got purple in the ideals. Brown landed in the here and now. Red landed in our future. And green in our past. These cards, whether it's the king, the world, the tower, the 7 of spades, or what have you, are the various active forces. And they are the ones who are operative in these particular areas of life. It's like a stage. And we create different things. We have downstage, upstage, right, left, representing the different parts of life. And then out onto the stage come the particular actors. And then the next question is, they can be in a condition. And in tarot, for example, the condition of the cards is the card right side up or is it upside down? Because if a tarot card, say the tower, is right side up, it means one thing. If the tower card is upside down, it means something else. So the condition of the card has to do with then the condition of that particular energy and how it's going to manifest. An upright castle, tower in your future has a lot different effect on you than an upside down castle. They mean different things. Now, let's take the example of the house again. Here we have our house. And we have our rooms. And say we have Dad. Dad is in the family room. Now, Dad can be in the family room in a couple of different ways. Dad can be smiling and happy and singing, or Dad could be pouting and angry and gruff, because it could represent two states then, two conditions in which this force could manifest itself. Very upbeat, really wanting to bring people close, Jupiterian, outgoing and giving, or a kind of a negative, down, angry energy that tends to push other things away and make other energies more muted, and downplaying. Even the dog would go hide somewhere. It would be harder for other energies to express themselves when the Dad energy was really angry. So we have those conditions. Another one is in astrology, we have, again, the circle. We have the circle broken up into the 12 areas of life. And we have the actors, the planets, in them according to when you were born, or the particular time and situation in the universe when you ask for the reading. Then we have the conditions. There's two conditions in astrology. One is the condition of the cycle of death and rebirth that's governed by the seasons. And that has to do with the astrological signs of Aries and Capricorn and Virgo. And those represent the different months of the year, the seasons of the year. And that is like a template that can shift. So if this is Virgo here, as the months go by, this Virgo moves around so that at a particular time, say, this planet here, say this is Jupiter, it's in the sign of, it's in the house of relationships. So you're having a Jupiterian effect in your relationships. But the sign of Virgo is casting a particular spell on Jupiter. So Jupiter is acting in a Virgo way. Jupiter is very expansive. It's an energy that says, oh, I want to give to everybody. But with Virgo influencing it, it wants to give to everybody in a very precise manner. So now Jupiter is doling out the gifts, one for you, one for you, one for you, and making sure everything is very equitable. Whereas when Scorpio, the sign Scorpio comes around and is ruling Jupiter, then there's sort of maybe a tricksterish quality to it, and it has a way of transforming things. So Jupiter gives Pat a gift that when she starts playing with it, it changes her life in some fashion, in some unanticipated way. So the energy is working very differently. So that's one way in which the mood or condition of the actors can be affected by what astrological sign is influencing them. The other way in astrology that the mood of an energy and an actor can be affected is by relationships with the other actors. We talk about aspects. Jupiter can be in a 90-degree aspect with another planet, meaning that they're sort of pulling at cross purposes. Or Jupiter could find itself oppose